Greetings, YouTube viewers. This is Thor Wilkins from the Thorniverse, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Legends ZA. Before we go ahead and get into the video, I just want you guys to check this out real quick, because I ended up finding a new area, and I found an Alpha Swablu. So after I catch this thing, we're going to go ahead and we're going to continue on in our adventure. I just got to find a way off this roof first. Moving on through the battle zone, I used a different team of Pokemon from the last episode. And leveling up my Pokemon seems to be a lot easier when I'm in the battle zone. Once it's deactivated, I go ahead and show, well, I defeated 15 trainers and I've earned a little bit of pocket money. Oh, also, I managed to evolve a lot of Pokemon. There we go. That seems pretty good. I have new Pokemon to experiment with. Moving onward, after I have ranked up from the last episode, brand new zones were able to be unlocked. Here we're in Wild Zone 7. Looks like one of the earlier parks we went to throughout the game that is now inhabited by a lot of other Pokemon. There's Vanillite, there's Hippopotas. I'm pretty sure you saw an Alpha Fletchinder at the very top of the statue in the middle of the park when I first got in here. So I just go ahead and I end up catching multiples of every single Pokemon in this area. Some of them are aggressive, some of them are not. Only they become aggressive when the Alpha Pokemon shows up. Well, thanks, Wartortle. Your Bubble Beam missed. Anywho, moving away from this area, I decided to go into the next wild zone, where many of these Pokemon are actually aggressive. The Sandile, well, there's a Sandile and a Krokorok approaching me right now. The Sandile, the Krokorok, the Drillbur, Machop, all the Pokemon in here seem to be pretty aggressive. But they're easily catchable if you really know what you're doing. The Machop, well, I'm going to have to find a way to get a Machamp, because, I don't have the Nintendo Online anymore. I won't be able to trade to get many of the traded evolutions. I believe this was the last night that I had my Nintendo subscription on, and then it just expired the next day. Here we are, at Wild Zone 9. First one we encounter is Mawile. And I know Mawile does have a Mega in this game, so I might as well just catch one just to hold on to it for later. Now that I got a Mawile in the bag, speaking of bag, I ended up getting 2 more level researches completed and getting the next TMs and exploring a little bit more to my heart's content on the top of roof on Area Zone 9. There's a Alpha Manectric, and I'm not in the mood to deal with that right now. I end up traversing to another part of the roof where I found a couple of Carbink, along with all these gems. And the final issue was an Alpha Carbink that took nearly all day to beat. Thanks to all my other Pokemon and the 2 sacrifices before it, I was able to defeat it and capture the Alpha Carbink. Now we're on to Area 10, where there are a lot of water-type Pokemon here, including Slowpoke, Carvanha, and off in the distance, I don't know if you can see it from here, but there is an Alpha Sharpedo in the very back. First, we're going to go ahead and catch this Slowpoke. I know Slowpoke evolves into Slowbro at level 37, and I know Slowbro has a Mega in this game. Carvanha's now been caught, and we're moving forward to where the Alpha Sharpedo is. I got a little bit distracted by the Tynamo. With the Pokemon that I currently have, I don't think I'm going to be strong enough to defeat this thing. But I do my best and say, I need to live another day. So I move away from the area and miss an Alpha in the process. However, I got 2 new evolutions added onto my team, and I also ended up catching a Gibble and evolving it into Gabite. Moving onward, we continue our story by going to Quasartico Inc. And in front of the building, we meet Tawny, and there are 2 Dedenne. in the front of the building who act as security guards for Quasartico Inc. I'm sorry, little buddies, but you guys do not fit the Guardian qualification. So we initiate our very first double battle in the game with our rival, taking on both of the Dedenne. Notice that we cannot capture these things with the little marks above their heads. And they feel a little depressed, and we meet one of the staff who come outside and join us. We are asked, do we have any business here, until Vinny shows up and said that he has personally called us over here. I have a bad feeling that this guy is up to no good. The following sequence here, he tells us about the mega energy that they detected, and all of a sudden it just disappeared, cracking his neck with evil intent. He asks us about the Mega Absol, which we tell him we have disposed of it, but it ended up with us. He seems extremely happy, knowing that we actually took down a Mega on our own. Wondering where all of this is going, they noticed about the Rogue Mega evolution throughout the city, and they've been trying to keep it under wraps, and only a few of us know about it. Now that he wants to test us to see if we are properly ready to handle Mega Evolution, and they need to locate the strongest trainer to, well, take on these Rogue Mega Evolution battles. Knowing that we are rank V, Vinny says he brought us over here and is going to give us a special promotion match. We are going to face Vinny and be promoted to rank F? How does he have this kind of responsibility, and what gives him the right to rank us up? Isn't he also in the ZA tournament, or is he pulling strings on the side? So we sit on the bench and we kill some time and wait till nightfall. These battles can only be done at night, but I've already got my ticket. So our next match is with Vinny, we don't even know his rank. So we go back to Quasartico Inc. and we challenge Vinny. Once again, what is his rank? If he's part of the ZA Royale, he should have a rank as well. Starting off with his Houndoom, I send out my newly evolved Gabite, and we take down his Houndoom with ease. Next, he sends out a Baniri, easily taken care of, and the Sharpedo is also disposed of. But this is where things take a really big turn. Unbeknownst to me, since I have been away from all the spoilers, Drampa now has a Mega Evolution. And judging by this, I am going to say it is still a dragon of some sort. But battling it with my Lucario, the fighting type moves seem super effective. So Drampa is still a normal dragon type as a Mega. We dispose of it, and we defeated Vinny, and we get our special promotion from rank V to rank F. Even my character looks confused. Going all the way from V to F. Fist bump. Tawny already did her rank up battle after me. Now that we've completed this special promotion, we meet Vinny inside of Quasartico Inc. Me and Tawny are now rank F. But I gotta say, you two, you need to find new jobs. We sit down with Vinny inside, and we actually have to agree to lend our aid for the Rogue Mega Evolution. It helps me level up my Pokemon and get new Pokemon in the process as well. Only a handful of people know about what's going on, and they give high-ranked trainers Mega Rings so they can actually help. And they've kept all of this under wraps for 2 years. This is when it all started. So they decided to make the ZA Royale to find the best trainers to be Pokemon trainers who have the best Mega Evolutions. The higher the rank, the easier it is to take on these cases of rogue mega evolution. We've made it up to those ranks to be responsible to hold mega evolution. And now Jet, the CEO of Quasartico Inc., makes her presence known. Again, I have a bad feeling that Jet and Vinny are involved with these mysterious cases of rogue mega evolution. Vinny ends up taking his leave to get back to his duties. Once our little meeting is done and over with, Tawny informs us we have to go back to the hotel. So, we have to leave Quasartico building for now? No, I have 999 mega shards that I'm going to go trade in, and I actually want to see what their inventory holds. I know there are a lot of mega shards around the city, and we could trade them at Quasartico Inc. for mega stones or for EXP candies. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy the necessary mega stones with the Pokemon that need them. And I'm going to go ahead and buy all the candies as well. So now we end up leaving the building, and we're going to go meet at the Nuovo Cafe. I don't think we're old enough to date. Anywho, I'm just going to go ahead, run around, collect more Mega Shards, because I'm going to be getting a lot more candies, and I'm going to end up buying all those Mega Stones. So we go ahead and we meet Tawny at the cafe, and Naveen is sitting here. So me and Tawny stroll up and, well, Tawny asks to sit with him, but, well, Naveen would prefer to be alone. After a little bit of his seclusion dialogue, he talks about us ranking up, and soon we're going to have to battle Kanari. Kanari, well, kind of reminds me of Iono from Scarlet and Violet. And, well, Naveen does not seem to like that we have to battle Kanari. He is one of her biggest fans, and the closest anybody would ever get is an autograph by collecting screws and getting a plush. Soon Tawny gets a phone call from Vinny detecting high concentrations of Mega Power. There are going to be a few more rogue Mega Evolutions, so we're going to have to go back to the hotel, and we're going to have to come up with new ways to take on these rogue Mega Evolution Pokemon. Back at the hotel, we meet Lita, Naveen, and Tawny, and Naveen reveals our team's flag. Pretty creative, if I do say so myself. I would consider him being the creative one out of the bunch. We sit down in our dining hall, and this strategy meeting is now in effect. 3 more rogue Mega Evolution Pokemon have been detected. So, we are going to go to 3 different locations, and the first one is Amethyst Park, where is a Slowbro. The second would be Mega Camerupt, and the third would be Mega Victory Bell. Naveen gawking over Kanari's new stream feels like he's not putting into the effort to listening to any of these meetings. But I go ahead and agree with him that nobody else knows Kanari like he does. So, we are going to go ahead and split off into different locations to find these rogue Mega Evolution Pokemon. And I will be taking the charge, and I'm, well, really well-rounded as the only one who can use Mega Evolved Pokemon in this sense. Now we have 3 targets to go through, and we're going to be breaking this up into 3 missions. Tawny will be at Mega Slowbro, Lita will be for Mega Camerupt, and Naveen is going to go to Mega Victory Bell. Each of us knows what to do, so that concludes the team meeting. Upon exiting the building, we are confronted by AZ, and now that he knows we are taking on Rogue Mega Evolution, we get the Feraligatr. I want to see what this thing looks like. Wow. Something that I really wasn't expecting out of this Mega Evolution, but nice hat. After we get our hands on the Feraligatr, I end up going back to the Pokemon Research Lab. I'm going to the 2nd floor to finish what I really wanted to do in Episode 3. There is a man who can revive our Pokemon fossils. The Stone Emporium has more than just the Jaw fossil and the Sail fossil. He gives us 20,000 to go buy a fossil. The Jaw fossil or the Sail fossil. Don't matter which one. Joke's on him. I have both. And I also have an old Amber as well. So I just end up reviving one of the Tyrants and completing the quest. We keep it. So I make my way back to the Stone Emporium. And to my shock, more than just fossils, there are new Mega Stones! Those cost a lot of money, but I am able to get my hands on any of the ones that are here. To pass the time, I end up playing Peekaboo with an Alpha Dedenne. Peekaboo. And after a few bits of just messing around, I just say, I'm just gonna capture it. Taking my new Tyrant that I revived from the fossil, I did not notice until later it was an Alpha Tyrant. No, it took me several tries. So I'm on my way to get my next rank up ticket for whenever it needs be. I end up using the Mega Feraligatr, and boy does this thing have extremely high physical attack power. Feraligatr nearly completed this entire battle zone by himself. I only had to switch maybe 2 or 3 tries. Continuing in the battle zone, getting more tickets to get my next promotion rank up match later in the story. The Gabite easily disposes of a few trainers' Pokemon. These battles are getting a lot easier, and I finally accumulated enough points to get my Challenger's ticket. After the Challenger's ticket has been obtained, I go throughout the remainder of the night, finishing strong with 19 trainers defeated. Morning has now approached, and I evolved my Tyrant into Tyrantrum, just rampaging our way throughout the city. Next, the following night occurs, and we meet Tarragon. And, well, explaining how we are just among the hot topic throughout the city because we ranked up so fast. We tell him how dangerous it is here because of the Mega Camerupt. So he wants us to battle. So he chooses one of his workers to battle in his place for now. Thinking we're a big shot because we rose in the ranks, this man hasn't fought me yet. So we challenge one of his workers, and we easily dispose of his entire team. I am still over-leveled, but it don't matter. I'm just gonna keep pushing through each battle. After defeating one of Tarragon's employees, he heals up our Pokemon as an apology, which we accept, and he and his crew get out of our way so we can tackle the Rogue Mega Camerupt. Lita soon join us, and we have to climb the scaffolding to reach the roof. Well, Lita is not really fond of climbing, so I have no problem with this. I love finding all these things, and I love climbing them. And especially most of these have the colorful screws I need for later in the game. So we reach the rooftop, and we see the Rogue Camerupt. Talking a little bit about the concept for this game, having Rogue Megas and obtaining their Mega Stones, the battles are actually really fun to do. I'm not complaining, and neither should you. This game is fun. I will admit that there are little things that I wish could be different about this game, but they're nothing big. I'm having way too much fun playing this game. We are starting off this battle with the Camerupt Mega Evolving. We have Alita at our side, and we are taking down this Mega with my Feraligatr. We grab as much Mega Power as we can, just as the same as we fought with the Absol. And once the Mega Meter is filled, we can finally Mega Evolve in this battle. It don't matter if you have Mega Energy before this fight, you start with no Mega Energy. Now that Feraligatr has Mega Evolved, its Water type attacks are 4 times super effective to the Rogue Mega Camerupt, and plus the plus moves do a lot more damage. The battle seems easy with Feraligatr at hand, and we dispose of the Rogue Mega Camerupt, and we obtain the Cameruptite. After Lita heals our Pokemon, we know this is not the last case of Rogue Mega Evolution. We completed the mission, and there are 2 more Megas roaming around. I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to leave this episode here. The Zygarde, once again, is watching over us. Oh, and I found a shiny Bellsprout while I was off camera. Thank you so much for watching. I'm having so much fun with this game. I will continue to upload videos like this, or if you want to see a full stream, please let me know in the comments. This is Thor Wilkins from the Thorniverse. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you know whenever I upload or whenever I premiere. And I will see all of you in the next video.